This is episode 4 of Crafting a 442 series here with Everton. Yes, on the first episode, I basically covered the basics, setting up the club. I explained our set pieces because I've been called a set piece merchant on my streams. And yes, plenty of comments as well within the first few hours of the show. I want to thank all of you for your feedback. I didn't think it would go down that well, but apparently it has. And out to Tiddy, I think one of you sent in this question and I was quite interested. Why is everybody short for the set pieces? You have Branthwaite, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Beto. I would imagine that set pieces are going to be a killer for you. You're absolutely right. There are 3, maybe even 4 players who can win headers for corners. The only issue I have is with the player taking the corner kick. So, sometimes if I want to take risks, like if I'm playing against Manchester City or Everton, I might take the chance of, doing the near post deliveries because those will be better, and I totally agree. But in a lot of the matches, I want to try and keep possession of the ball because I'm not so sure. So resetting also allows me to score goals from short corner routines, and both have been equally successful for me. Whenever I play this game, there's no hard and fast rule. I love near, I love short. I look at the opposition first. I actually, do a bit of detailed dives into their strengths and their weaknesses. Keep those comments coming in and share with me your updates as well from the 442. Yes, some of you will probably know that on the Discord channel, I have shared this save with you after the first 4 games are played. And you too can play along with me and let me know what kind of strategies you've used. The only difference is this: 2 of those tactics are not there, so you need to go and craft your own. Yes, it might be a bit of a challenge, but I think this is my goal with the show. I mean, I don't want to just hand you tactics and go, do that. It's more like if you try and understand how I play it. I'm not suggesting that I play it really well, but at least it gives you another perspective on how you can create tactics, and I hope that helps. Speaking of perspectives, what do I do before a game? I always do the same thing. Every single game, I go to the opposition report, I check out how the opposition are playing, and then I come up with a plan for every single game. It's really important being Everton because, we're not going to win a lot of these matches. So, I have to decide, okay, how my set pieces going to be set up? Do I need to tweak them? Because sometimes I do. And then I have to make a decision as to whether or not I'm going to be sitting down in a low block. Some matches I will play a low block. Against Manchester City, later on in the save, you will see me playing like Arsenal. How Arsenal handled Manchester City at the Etihad. I decided to be inspired by Arsenal. I did exactly the same thing, and I share that match with you. Yes, a low block version of the 442. But meanwhile, let's take a look at some of the things I do before the match. What goes through my mind? What do I look for in the opposition report? I tend to check out the next opponent's report on the data hub. We're playing a 4-2-3-1 against Burnley. Burnley have got 2 inverted wingbacks. They'll try and come in the middle to help them congest play in the center to do their build-outs. And then they have inside forwards and inverted wingers. So it's pretty much a central attacking pattern. Now, I want to try and prevent these 2 inverted wingbacks and the middle from building out too much play. So in the second half, we want to drive at this team a bit more, but we're going to change this role to a ball-winning midfielder on defense. We're going to attack through the center and then get Patterson to add the width. We add a second goal soon after making those changes. You gotta love it when you set up your keeper and he delivers with a free kick as well. The last action of the match is another set piece. Luke Young delivering it to the far post for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. At the final result, Everton 4, Burnley 0. Comprehensive result, although quite a few of our goals came from set pieces. I will not be complaining about that. Aston Villa are probably one of the harder teams to beat. They got a 4-2-4, which actually transitions into a kind of a 3-2-5 with the Volante pushing up. So you get the 5 here, and you get the 3 here. This inverted wingback moves into this position. I mean, look at Dean as an inverted wingback. He is pretty fast. And that is not going to make this formation any easier to play against. Branthwaite is not available. He's out injured. We kind of know what the result is going to be in this game. Our performance away from home wasn't that bad. We did create some decent chances. We just have to get better at putting these chances away. Crystal Palace play a 4-2-3-1. We expect to use the libero in this system, regardless of whether or not Keane is good enough for the role. We're going to hard tackle this player. We're going to attack this space. So we've got a libero. We're going to have Kino playing in that position. Beto will come on. Then we've got Danjuma. So against the opposition's system, we're going to put some pressure on their back line. Hard tackle. I mean, ideally, you want to be doing this before the game kicks off, but we were in a hurry to start this game. So we've got a 4-4-2 using this to attack that system. Now, we're going to start on mixed cross. We're going to play on a slightly higher tempo as well. The high tempo didn't help. We got into good goal scoring positions but couldn't convert. Crystal Palace took the lead. I decided then to lower the tempo. In this game, notice how well we defend midfield, breaking down the opposition's passing attempts and then putting ourselves back in a position to create goal-scoring opportunities without even playing on high tempo. What I noticed when I was playing against Crystal Palace, I made a couple of mistakes. We were creating chances but not bearing them, rushing them instead. So I decided to drop tempo and then remove counter and add whole shape. Once our team settled down, we went out and scored the goals that would give us the 3 points we needed to move to 9th on the table. Our next match will be challenging. We're playing Manchester City away, but this time they don't have Erling Haaland. Now, if they're not going to play with Erling Haaland and they got inside forwards, inverted wingers, and these inverted fullbacks, what I plan to do is, since it's going to be a gimme that we're going to lose this game, we will endeavor to experiment with a low block. We're going to use this tactic, but we're going to, for the next match only, what we're going to do is play this slightly differently. This is a very, it's not ambitious, right? So we're going to actually make it even less ambitious. We're going to play with a winger. We got only one outlet here. So largely what's going to happen is we're going to swap the target forward here on attack, and we're going to play, in fact, we're going to play 2 pressing forwards. Pressing forward support, pressing forward defense. Okay, so we're going to have 2 pressing forwards. One on support, one on defense. Why support here? Because, this is the only attacking outlet. And then we are definitely going to go with play without pass into space. No overlaps. We'll do a focus play. No high defensive line. We're going to go lower defensive line, low block. Play with a cautious mentality. Basically, and standard. I don't think direct passing is easy for a team of our quality, and then go be more defensive or be more disciplined. We got Doucouré and Ghana. Doucouré has got aggression, passing, runs the ball to center. Okay. Ghana has also got a bit of height, tries long range passing, shoots from distance. Okay. We got Danjuma, but he's right footed, right? So I'm going to put Danjuma. Wait. Danjuma, can he play on the right flank? No, he can't. So he can only play on the left flank. We're going to bring on Patterson, who's faster. No, not Patterson. We're going to bring Dwight McNeil. He's actually decent with the ball. And then on the left flank, we got Jack Harrison. Left foot. That's about all he has. Okay. No, that's it. Okay, we'll just use these players then. Not plenty of options. There aren't very many options in this team. Okay, so this is basically us getting hammered. Yep. Well, I'll just try it out. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna sit back and try and soak as much pressure as we possibly can. Now, as long as they don't play a Haaland, I think we can invite crosses. But if they start running at us, then we have conceded quite a few goals from through balls through the middle. And they're gonna keep coming at us. Yeah, then we go. Branthwaite with a simple block. Good, another block. Chaos in the area, and Nunes has scored. Well, so much for our low block, but we'll see how long this can hold. Even a 1-0 defeat isn't that bad. We've got a corner. We are set piece merchants of a sort. We've scored, I think one of our games, all 3 goals came from set pieces. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, then Juma back to Godfrey. Godfrey's in the area. Then Juma gets us the equalizer. We are indeed the set piece merchants. And we've equalized is 1-1. Not too bad. We're back in this match. I mean, they didn't deal with the loose ball. Then Juma, I don't know what De Bruyne is doing. So far in the first half, they might have had 6 shots, XG of 1.08. We can actually look at the shot map. Keep it up, man. I don't know, that's the wrong thing to say. Usually I normally say you're playing like a bunch of Muppets. Mikolenko, Danjuma, Mikolenko again. Is Danjuma. He plays it in the area. The boys are going to have to press this. Okay, what I don't like is this. I want them actually to drop back. I think what we're going to do is regroup now. All right, we're going to add the regroup instruction. Regroup, counter this real quickly. Good defending once again from the boys. They're not making it easy for them to find easy goal scoring opportunities. We're just shunting them wide as far as we can. All right, opposition instructions. I think I made a mistake. Clear. I think the old opposition instructions are here. So what we want him, right foot, we want left foot, we want right foot, we want left foot. Stay away from goal. Got a weaker foot. Okay, that's it. Okay, keep them wide. And Doucouré is on 6.5. We're going to take Doucouré off and bring on Onana. Okay, he's taken a knock. That's our first change. 58 minutes on the clock. And we're gone with winger. All right, a second change. This will be... The next change I make will be the final change. Okay, we got... I think that's about all the players that we can bring on. Calvert-Lewin pressing forward. He's getting tired. Okay, this defense... This will be the last change then. Titi will come off for Calvert-Lewin. We want to protect him as far as possible. Then we've got Beto. We can't bring anyone from Beto. Jack Harrison. We could play him on the left. Yeah, okay. So we bring Jack Harrison on. We got fresh legs on the flanks. At least they'll be able to track the threats. Guardiola with the throw. And yes, the set piece merchants are going to try and shoot. Nope, Kevin De Bruyne can't hit the target with that shot. We got a throw from Godfrey. Please don't give the ball away. It's nice work from Harrison. He loses. It's gonna be there's a battling. It's a battle in the center of the park. Guardiola, Rodrigo, Ethan Ake. We show them wide again. Grealish has to look for options across the ball. Is Nathan Ake's in? He shoots. Jordan Pickford puts it out. This is it's gonna be good if we can hold on to this. It'll be a great result for us. Playing a low block. Godfrey. Again, is Alvarez. He's in now. It's a good defensive header. Harrison out. Titi. We have not allowed them to come into our area, and we played really defensively. It's one over the top for Beto to chase. There's about 8 minutes left on the clock as the boys settle back into their defensive shape yet again. Okay. Guardiola gets a pass out to Grealish. De Bruyne. Grealish. It's Kovacic. He's going to line one up. He's got no options in the area as the boys hold their position relatively well. We got just a minute to go. We've done it. We've gone to City and we've got a point. Mighty Manchester City have been denied by a low block, largely inspired by Arsenal. Yeah, so this is a pretty interesting low block. Okay, so what I did was I played a ball winning midfield. I think I played a ball winning midfield. I can't remember what I did in this match. Yeah, I can't. You see, this is the problem with me doing videos. I can never remember. We'll have to rewatch my own video to find out. This was a great result away to Manchester City. We got a 1-1 draw. And of course, the board is excited. In the next match against Tottenham Hotspur, I played the same tactic with one slight difference. Can I play this all the time? If I wanted to, maybe. But it's very negative. It's all about sitting back and just, denying a better team a chance. But it's put us in a good position at the moment. We're 7th on the table. It's our first draw this season. and probably against the top four sides. Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester City, Manchester United, Spurs. I might try this. We tried a more attacking brand against Aston Villa. We lost. So this could possibly be yet another tactic that we use away from home, playing a low block. So we've now got 4 different versions of a 4-4-2 that we've created on the stream. Version 1, the Everton low block. Version 2, the one with the libero. Version 3, the one where we attack teams. We only have a rest defense where the back line, the left flank and the right flank is relatively exposed. And finally, we've got Everton 3, which is a bit more attacking. Basically just 4 at the back, but we play with a more aggressive setup here. Winger charging for the ball-winning midfielder in inverted winger. This is basically a mid-block. So we've got several different tactics that we are now using with this team. So our low block continued actually with between Everton and Spurs. I carried on with the low block, right? This low block is the one that we were using. Now, this low block started out as a mistake. It's not supposed to be trapped inside. It's the second time I've had to change it in matches. It's actually supposed to be trapped outside. And I invite crosses. I draw teams to me. In terms of opposition instructions, it's always the same thing. What we want to do is we want to clear all these. So normally what I do is I clear these opposition instructions. And then I will start sending players to the flanks. I send the wingers. I show them to the left flank. I will show them to the left flank. I'll show the right winger to the right flank. I'll show wing backs to the flanks as well, left, and then I'll show this guy to the left flank. I'll show fullbacks to the flanks as well. In other words, I want them to use the flanks as much as possible. Now, if I do something like this, I'm expecting crosses into the area with Branthwaite available with 18 jumping reach and Keane. Keane isn't that bad. 14 jumping reach, 14 anticipation. I mean, he's not perfect, but at least we only give them the chance to come at me with crosses. And I use this especially when I'm playing against teams that don't have a lot of strength in the air. Tottenham Hotspur was another team, and we did the same thing to them. This was a good game. We managed to get the early goal from Danjuma. In fact, all 3 of our goals were headers. So the first goal got free off a set piece, drops it to the far post. Danjuma rising above their wing back gets us the first goal. At this point, this is when I realized I had the trap inside instructions. See the gaps opening up? Yeah, that's when I realized I was playing with trap inside. I quickly changed it to trap outside, and then we got a corner. And yes, thank you, TDD, for your comment, because it reminded me that we should also try the near post routine. And then we got another cross and a far post delivery. Harrison adding the third goal, us winning the game 3-1. The thing about Football Manager 24 right now is that you can't just, pop in a tactic, go make coffee, come back, rinse, repeat, win title. Now we can adapt. And with a 4-4-2, it's a lot of fun. Only challenge is you gotta be prepared to look at the opposition formation and then come up with some decisions on what you want to do. So far, we've got a mid block, we've got a high press, and we also have a low block. So now we have 3 different systems that we're using. I didn't want to use a low block at the start of the season because I was afraid. But then Arsenal's game against Manchester City convinced me to take a chance. And I took just that chance. But this time, we're using traps. We're using invite crosses because we want to draw them into making the crosses. As long as Branthwaite is available, we can take the chance of using a low block. And it's been working. We beat Spurs and we didn't lose to Manchester City. Now, how far can we go with this? Let me know in the comments below how your little trip with the 4-4-2 is coming along. Share your thoughts because, hey, we all get better, don't we, when we share? Sharing is caring. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I'll see you again for the next episode, which should be the last episode of this series. You guys stay safe, take care of yourselves, and keep those comments rolling. Bye. You thought that was the end of the show, right? Well, I hit continue and something major just happened in the game. I just have to share it with you before I continue. We've been taken over. Look at the situation at Everton. It's unbelievable. We've got 198 million as a transfer budget. The overall balance in the club is 500 million. What's happened here? Everton board make extra transfer funds available. I don't know what to do now. I mean, I thought I was going to play a low block, survive in Everton. Now, do I change? What do I do?